you cannot handle real work, reality talk, 80 plus language, simply skip the video.
Day number 10, I think, or yeah. Anyway, yesterday I said I'm going to watch this woman sing. I didn't go because I'm actually really wrestling. I was wrestling with distribution of the reels. If you haven't seen any of my videos, this vlogging thing is pretty much new. You know, the thing about producing the content, editing content, and distributing in a, let's say, an above average amount, yeah, that requires a new working structure. So that is actually what I worked on and also prefer to work on these days, and that's why I also did not go to see the woman sing. Not only that, yesterday when I came back from a little drinky, yeah, on the way back I bumped also into someone, and this morning I had a pretty hangover. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna train a little bit. It is raining now today, yeah, but what else can I say? Let's like always, now at the moment I'm a little bit overwhelmed by everything. Did my calls, did my scheduling, working on the working structure, you know, of shooting content, editing. I need to improve the speed of the editing and everything. Distribution will be launched on the Instagram reels from today, so let's see. And I'm just sharing those things in case, and like I said also before, there is a lot of things what people don't tell in any kind of courses, and that's why if you just watch this video now for the first time, then I'm just sharing the building up of this journey. Maybe it's gonna be a big disaster, maybe it's gonna be very nice, I don't know. But like always with everything, when I do something I want to do it pretty much all in. And yesterday's video is now actually exporting with CapCut, and yeah, it's a 2-hour video. So, and everything what I upload is raw and uncut. I simply only do the transitions in between. That's the only thing that I'm doing, and the intro and the outro. I'm not editing, cutting out things to make myself look better or whatever. It's raw, unedited talk and my real behavior. I'm not hiding anything. This is just me wandering around and talk with the people and do my things in between. I'm doing everything from my phone. And I'm explaining a little bit, if you're watching this video, my videos, or this video for the first time, I do everything from the phone. So when I walk between meetings and or, you know, talks with random people, strangers, and that's also something I'm not feel confident enough yet to say, hey, you want to be on a video, because that needs to grow. Like I said, I need to find my voice. I need to find the right format. I think somehow I'm working already to some kind of format, but let's see how everything goes. When it's about the reels, I'm really wrestling a little bit how to edit, because I'm using the AI option of CapCut, and I tried the Opus one. So this is a little bit, maybe if you getting into it and you consider Opus has much higher quality, but if you need to do bulk, it becomes very costly. CapCut, love the tool, but the AI shorts, they're not the highest quality. And if you watch my shorts on TikTok or whatever, on which platform, the quality will go up. But I need to figure out my working structure, which I will figure out today, you know. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna buy a bottle of water, and then I'm going to train a little bit over there, and let's see how the day goes. I got some very interesting topics about a lot of different. Okay, cut it, and then we're gonna meet after a few seconds. For you it's a few seconds because I just turn it off, then I put a little bit of transition in between. Like I said, all the stuff that you see is just raw, uncut. Also yesterday I'm just now exporting the video. I didn't maybe I'm embarrassing myself also a little bit. I remember that I also danced a little bit on Chalga, but the thing is, I cannot play the music because then YouTube gives you, I don't know what, it's not allowed. It's one of those rules. But anyway, like I said, everything is raw, uncut, and just real. Realer than real. And I'm gonna really level up the stories. But I would highly suggest watch the previous video, subscribe, do the notification bell, so you don't all of a sudden deep dive into one of my more, let's say, heavy, colorful stories, and that you all of a sudden think, what the hell? No, just build it up. What's a few of those other videos? Anyway, the time enough. And if not, then make some time. Ciao for now. So, I'm gonna be honest over here. See, now I'm a little bit older. Before I wasn't in this kind of state of mind. I'm very honest about it. But the thing is, along the way, along my colorful journey, I had to figure out a lot of stuff. Also a lot of stuff about I really faced myself in many different situations. And the thing that I would like to share, and perhaps you can get some value from it. And like always, I'm not hanging up stories just to get your sympathy or saying, oh, that is sad. No, that is not the case, because I'm far from feeling sad or depressed. No, I'm loving every second of the day. And yeah, that's the thing. So in my case, everything that I have done was pretty, not until I was, let's say, 40. I did things pretty much not really thinking it through, because I used to be very reckless, and the younger I was, the more reckless actually I was. And that was for a reason, and the reason is simply people like me, they had to fill up a gap. And I was adopted, and the thing is, I'm very grateful for the fact that, and those people who adopted me, and that they fed me, gave a roof above my head and everything. So that is not the case. But if you are adopted, and or you're gonna be people who consider to adopt people, I do, and I've also been around other adopted people. They're always a little bit off. And it's true, there's always something, and not in a way that most, let's say, quote unquote, normal people would think. But I'm gonna tell you, see, people like, and especially and then I speak from my own maybe perspective, I always had a gap, and still I probably still have a gap, and I'm gonna tell you where the gap is. When you have let's say your own parents, and you look in the mirror. And also I would like to say this to the people who don't appreciate their life as much as they actually should. When you look in the mirror, you probably can recognize something of your father or your mother. You have some kind of characteristics. We don't have that. And again, this is not some sad story, but I want that other people who do have those things and they don't feel really good in their skin, maybe it's something to really to think about as well. When you look in the mirror, and maybe you're not always agreeing about the way they treat you, or you think you get treated bad, but you know what? There is this whole warm feeling that, let's say, normal people have. We never know, and we will also never know. And That is not something that I'm depressed about, but I always still and always will look to fill up, let's say, with massive action on something. So the thing about this vlogging thing is also, you know, I want to provide value. Before I go off this planet, a lot of people could say maybe, oh, that is a whole different perspective. So that is actually also the real intentions of these videos. I'm not pranking people, I'm not giving people money and put their faces on camera and just, you know, be just for a little while with a wave of videos and then you're gone. No, my value is like, I'm sharing my experiences, my thoughts, my perspective on life, and I've lived a very colorful life, and still I live a very interesting life, and I will go much deeper with stories and things. So let's end this little clip and then I'm going to train. What I want to say, look in the mirror, and also when you are adopted and really, you know, go totally bananas on everything, reach out. You know, I'm now 46, let's say I'm an adult or more, let's say grown up, but it's true, you know, because a lot of relationships I was not also mentally, and I'm very honest, I was not mentally not prepared for that kind of feelings, you know, love. I was really, and I'm honest about it, and if you're watching, sorry, but I never hurt anybody, and that's the thing. But you know, I was always always too much this, I know. But with my relationships of last year and had the relations that I do have no girlfriend at the moment, but you know, we do a little bit. But the thing is, now I'm pretty stable and I could share those thoughts and maybe give advice to people who really go over the top, because I believe, because like I said, I also met in real life other adopted people. Well, I could see that you know, there is something off, and I'm not saying that everybody is like this, but I know that there are probably way much more out there. But also when you consider to adopt people, you know, really try to talk, communicate. I think communication on a higher level of understanding and, you know, patience is also part of the deal. You know, you can maybe start filling that gap before they start doing disastrous things like I did, you know, huge amounts of alcohol, boatloads of, I'm gonna say it, drugs. But that was until I was, I could say 35. But I always kept on developing stuff. See, everything was always massive, so was always constantly massively trying to fill some sort of gap. So let's close this clip. I already said this. If you know, feel bad, you get treated bad, but you know, you got this thing in the mirror, you look in the mirror, you look like your father or your mother, you know, maybe you hate them for what they do, but the thing is, maybe you love them, but maybe you love them now a little bit more because you never realized it, because everything is so normal, you know. Because when you're very close to it, to a lot of different kind of matters, issues, you don't see the bigger picture, or maybe don't appreciate it as much as you might or should have. And that you also, when you listen to this, you know, then you maybe think, yeah, he's maybe right, and then you don't have to think about it when your parents, for example, dead and gone, you know. That's also something. So give them a hug if you like them, or you had a little argument, just hug them and say thank you on a regular basis. Anyway, I'm gonna train, and then we move through the day. Just a quick in-betweener. What I'm doing now, I'm not tracking the things because it's raining and I cannot put the phone outside, and I don't want to take it constantly from the bag. The thing is, from next week I'm on my TikTok account, you can find a link down below. It's the dotcombaron, which is for the calisthenics mainly and staying fit mainly over here, and the rest is collateral damage. I'm gonna explain the reasons why I'm doing specific kind of or sector exercises, and also in a specific order and also in a specific sequence to keep up, let's say, this old 46-year-old body. And what I also want to say, I was going somewhere with this. Oh yeah, what I'm doing now today, like I said, I'm not going through the Google Sheet now, doing this very structured. I'm doing everything 5 chest pull-ups till the over here, dips without the knee raises, and that's it. Just 5 5 5 5 5 5 5 5 5, and then maybe a little bit forward lunges and maybe some pike like this, and then push up like this, and that's it. Then I pretty much ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow I want to do another run, probably just 5 kilometers, and maybe I'm gonna do it like this tomorrow between the calisthenic spots, the running. It depends also always on the weather, but now the weather is very rainy, so you need to keep on moving somehow. See, in one way, see, because yesterday I did a 10-kilometer run, so I don't want to do the run now plus the calisthenics. So now I'm doing just a little bit calisthenics, just to keep the blood flowing. Also do dead hangs, 30-second dead hangs, 1-minute dead hangs with both arms, single arms dead hangs, just to stretch the spine. And also usually do a lot of stretching over here. I'm actually stretching every day, and then puff higher, higher, higher. I don't know if you can see it. You know, I'm just stretching to keep this body as flexible and, let's say, representable to the world as much as I can, and just rowing and optimizing with the stuff that the guy upstairs gave me. You know, don't whatever you do, you only got one, and you got only one. And when you go over the limits, that there's no point of return. And I'm not gonna mention names, but I know people who died, a lot of people who died, but some of, yeah, no, I can say it. Now, the thing is, some people, when you smoke and you get, yeah, the lung cancer, they're gonna operate you, and then, you know, then you're over the top, you know, then it's already pretty much too late. And even when I'm saying it, it's not for disrespect, not at all, to the people that went away, that I think about every day. And it was, even if it was a long time ago, and it was a long time ago, my adoption mother, my mother, yeah, I never knew my real mother, but let's say it like this. And my mother in Holland, yeah, she died when I was 29. From there I was always pretty stoic about it, huh? Let's say it like this. But my actions, yeah, they showed something else. But I will get into that later. The thing is, I'm going totally off topic again, huh? I'm gonna change that, by the way. Yeah, no, not really. I'm actually was talking about that you have only one body, and then, you know, and life, they say it's short, long, but if it's long or short, you know, you want to go through life somehow with an optimized machine as much as you can, right? That you don't huff and puff when you walk 1 or 2 stairs, you know. And I don't believe that you can really fully enjoy life then. Perhaps I'm wrong, totally wrong. Maybe you experience life in a great way and just huff and puff. But one thing, see, and I don't have children, what I always, and it is a very weird thought, see, and like I said, I don't have children. The thing is, for example, if I see an unhealthy father, then I would think, you know, what if your son or daughter would be in a burning building, you know, 5 high? You could not even save them. And in many situations, but I do think about those situations, you know, then I look at them, yeah, you know, or some other kind of danger. And yeah, you can hang on the phone with the police, but you know what? There are many situations that you really need to solve things yourself. And many people also will say, but Don, I'm not getting in those situations. Of course, not everybody gets in extreme situations, but don't you want to be prepared? But also, and that you can say, yeah, I am able to protect my child in the best I can, you know, physically. You don't even have to be mentally, like, you don't have to walk around like a psychopath or a killer that everybody, you know, scares away from you. But, you know, somehow, yeah, you never know where you end up. That's the only thing that I want to say. Anyway, you got only one buddy. Follow me on TikTok, so I will explain also more about how I eat, like I explained it also before. You know, I just drink beer, I eat meat, I eat a bag of chips if I want to. I do very clean chips when I want to, and I also have specific kind of time frames for that. Drinking water, I'm explaining a lot. I'm going to explain a lot, so that maybe more and more 40 pluses who don't want to go to the gym and whey proteins, but want to look, let's say, lean and make women half their age still very happy. By the way, don't hold back on the DMs. Still single at the moment. And like I said, once I would get in a, let's say, relationship, I am not gonna chat with anybody anymore. That's also something, because again, yesterday I had the question, you know, because I'm very honest about everything. I'm not holding back also about my my occupations, let's say it like this. Okay, now Dalan, stop talking, start training a little bit, and then move, because I'm getting a little bit wet. And that's also the reason, you know, that when it's snowing or raining or windy, you have to run between the places. Or if it's only windy, then I would go to the Rakowski Stadium, and you're a little bit more, because there's a stadium. If you watched one of the previous video, I think it's vlog number 3, hit that notification bell and follow me, just to punish me if I'm wrong about the number of the vlog. And that's it. Finish this, Dalan. Hurry up. Something in between, you know. I really love calisthenics already for a long time. And the thing is, now before I discovered a lot of different calisthenics spots in Sofia, I actually marked most of them in my Google Maps profile. Just the link is down below if you ever come to Sofia. All of them are pretty much mapped, but every time when I found a new one, you know, I feel really, you know, like yes. And even when I was destroyed, you know, physically, and then you bump into a new one, yeah, you have to do something, right? You have to do something. And this is how I also see it, you know. This is steel. It's over here, probably this one for decades. And the thing is, the steel does not care if you do it or not. And this is what I also really love about calisthenics, you know. It keeps your body lean, you know, like I also explained before. If I would, you know, go to the gym and do shoulders and everything, you know, and then bulk up, that doesn't look good on me. I did this a little bit in the past. Got the heaviest that I ever went is 89. Now I'm 74 kilograms, and I'm not weighing myself every day. I'm just weighing myself once per year, or maybe, yeah. So the last time maybe I'm a little bit heavier now. I don't know, but certainly not above the 80 kilograms. Because one thing that I noticed when I got a little bit more, you know, then I'm not capable of doing long runs, as you know, of now let's say 10 or 20 kilometers or 25 kilometers. I never run above 50 kilometers, never. Actually, also, yeah, maybe the longest run was 35 kilometers. But I also always do calisthenics, and I'm not using that as an excuse. But I simply, after 25, no, above the 20, then I thought, and I had to recover a few days from it, and I don't like that. I don't like, you know, that I was really drained after that. And the thing is, that is also with him when you start doing training, you know, don't drain yourself all the way. Just do, like I explained before, also do slowly increase and just start with maybe 1 or 2 simple exercises. Don't drain yourself out. Although I did it with calisthenics, you know, I was crawled up like a yeah, I had even fever from the when I started, because yeah, I went totally bananas on it. Anyway, stop the clip, shut up Dylan, and ciao for now. Beginning I talked about and the fact that when you look in the mirror you know where you're coming from. That, and I only want to say this, and that people who see this as a normality and don't appreciate the way, and people like us, we would probably cut off a hand for it to feel like that. And the thing is, what I also want to say with this, you guys are so far ahead of me when I was probably if you know under the 40, then you're younger than me. If you're under the 46, you're also younger than me. Yeah, time keeps on ticking. Anyway, just give it a thought, you know, give it a real thought, especially when you feel a little bit bad about stuff that happened. You know, there's so much that other people do have, eh? They do have so much more ahead. And I'm not saying this out of jealousy or you because of this and this. I know exactly where I'm at mentally in my life. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of heads up, maybe a change of perspective on things, and maybe you see the world even more brighter than you already saw the world. So it's only positivity that I'm trying to bring. So ciao for now. I'm gonna buy tomatoes, cylinder, and yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna share this one also. You probably understand that I put a lot of attention of my surroundings, and this is also something, eh? Some people, if you can take a good look around, a lot of people look very grumpy, you know, they're very, and some people might say, yeah, they're stoic, and that's also, that's a whole different topic that I will go in, because, and that is also a little bit some hype, just as all of a sudden you become, I don't know what, I don't want to step people on the toes, but and all of a sudden you become a vegetarian because you and like the trend, you don't see the real benefits, but you just dive in it. I'm just giving a little example. The stoic thing, trust me, the stoic thing in general, those people are totally, most of them, and let's say the normal people who jump in it, and there are people who told me that they stoic, trust me, they're far from stoic. They would cry about a little fight with their girlfriends, or even, and let's say it like this, I always like to cut away things. So then I imagine them cut away their family, cut away their homes, cut away everything. Let's see how stoic people are. They're not. And this is not about looking down on anybody. This is about give those things a thought before you say things, and also understand that there are levels to the game, right? There are levels to the game, to everything, and try to, that's why I'm also trying to push people, challenge people positively, not like what I also explained. No, I did that in this vlogs. The thing is, a lot of people, let's say normal people, quote unquote normal, they like to challenge people and hope to see them fail, just to feel better on themselves. But again, that is one of those red flags, and I'm not going today too much in red flags. I just want to spread a lot of things that make you think about the things that you actually do have, and maybe give people some sort of positivity, that think that the world is all against them and everything goes totally bananas, and if everything goes bananas, you lost everything, go fucking homeless or whatever, you know. You can always, I do a lot of chats with people, huh? But again, when you reach out, don't start with hi, hello, and how are you? You know, I'm not simply not answering. Today also, tons of people, hi, hello, how are you? Do you know how many times I could say, yeah, and this is also something, I could automate it, you know, with many chat or whatever, but I'm not doing that yet. But let's see, don't hi, hello, and how are you? Ciao for now. Today I'm now in the Airbnb room, my home. My clones. No, they're actually clones. They're from seeds, lemons, and what I also want to say, over here the tomatoes. Everything goes into the garden. What I actually want to say, I really enjoy everything, every single tiny fragment of my day. Also, some people might say, yeah, Talang, you don't have this, you don't have that. But you know what? I have all the freedom and abundance in, human contact. That's for me enough. Like I said, maybe this lifestyle that I have is probably not for everybody, but to have more freedom in your life, I think that is something that everybody should want. And the way I live is probably a little bit out of the ordinary. Like I also explained in this video today. Wait a minute, I would say check them out. The thing is, everybody wants a little bit more freedom, but also I want to go somewhere with this talk. Yeah, maybe that's also going to be a fun one. I'm going to show you my real life belongings, and with real life I mean clothes and shoes, and they're very minimal. So other people might say, yeah, Don, you don't own anything. Well, let's say 95% of everything that actually sustains everything is in the digital world, and this whole vlogging journey. And like I said, I'm very transparent about everything. Still trying to find my voice. I'm still trying to find the right format. I'm still trying to get in shape when it's about the working structure for the reels. Now today I'm gonna launch the Instagram reels. So I'm constantly also every day very excited about everything, and like I said in the previous clip, when I see people really grumpy or whatever, there is something missing, and no matter what, they think that they're living a good life or normal life. But if you walk around grumpy, if you also would see photos of me in the past, I also looked grumpy, thought about things, had a lot of things on my mind. But those things are solvable, And when I see other people, I do believe that they somehow suffer. And with this kind of talks that I keep on this vlogging, I want to take away at least a little bit, a fragment of that pain by thinking that they start thinking, maybe I should do a little bit more exercise, maybe I should appreciate the things a little bit more in life, right? Like a simple thing, you look in the mirror, you look like your father and your mother, you got similarities, you know where you're coming from. As I explained a few minutes ago, we never have, and we never will have. We don't have this. So that is a gap, and that gap doesn't exist for other people. Okay, adopted people, yes, but for let's say the majority of people is not adopted, so they know. So you're far further ahead. But what I also do understand because I lived in multiple countries, the richer the countries, the more luxury of time. Which, what I want to say with this, the more welfare or whatever they enjoy over there, the more depressed. And that's simply a lack of challenges. And I'm not over here to look down on depressed people. I'm over here to tell you something. If you're a depressed person, things can get 1,000 times more worse. And not only that, you need structure, you need a purpose. I actually explained, or I talked with a young guy a couple of days ago. I said you need 3 things in life. You need something that pushes you. You need a vehicle that is in the middle, that brings your skills, your value to the world, marketplace. And the third thing is something that pulls you, you know, a purpose. You need a purpose in life higher than yourself, you know, something that is not about money. You need something that figure this out. Just, and this is a piece of advice that I also gave to multiple people. What I say, just lock yourself up, don't talk with anybody, sit in the dark, piece of paper, turn on a little bit of light, or use your phone, but turn off the notification. Sit in the dark, if necessary, 12, 24 hours, 72 hours. If you can, you will be able to really think your life through. Where is this going? Am I doing this good? See, I'm evaluating myself every single day, every communication that I do with a person. I go through everything. But people who watch my previous videos, and they probably understand that my brain is like a sponge, and also in combination with disciplined training and also enjoying the abundance of meeting people, you know, connecting with people, engaging with people. Yeah, that is really my thing. That is really what I love to do, and then that's something that I will do till I probably die. I always had this in me, because I mentioned this also in another video. As some of the girls that I was with, and then I went out and I talked with a lot of strangers. I know that was not the best thing, I know, and if you're watching, I'm apologizing for that. But I never ignored them, you know. They were always on the highest pedestal, you know, because that's also something. When I go for a relationship, I'm pretty much all in. And the longest one that I had last year, yeah, I went pretty much all in, but that one was a challenge. And again, I never talk bad about anybody. I learned a lot from it. I know the guy upstairs sent her to test my patience. That's for sure. I will share a couple of things, because some things that I got a lot of stories that are totally over the top, not only with women, or also with governments and businesses, people, and we're not talking about small amounts of money. You don't want to know. It all comes. And also yesterday I said something about him about this that I was with a transvestite on a sailboat sailing around the islands. No, nothing gay stuff, and that you know, but I'm always because I'm always interested in a lot of people, and of course I know where to level people or place people. You know, these are my bonds. You know, I don't have friends. I have bonds. People who walk the extra 10, if not the extra 100,000 miles to, you know. But and also the people that I meet, I wouldn't call them friends. I don't know how I would label them, because I think friends, the word friend does not mean a lot of things. What does it actually mean? What is a friend? Is he gonna die for you? I think a friend can be a random person, a nice. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, in the end, this Sunday, I'm trying to stay a little bit in on the topic to say that I make very clear that I want to send out positivity. That the topics that I talked about already, the topics that I will talk about, that it makes people think, you know, even if you would think a little bit different from today, because, and like I said, my life is pretty interesting, has been extremely colorful, with a lot of ups and downs, like everybody has, but mine was pretty, also some very public, embarrassing, also mainly because you know, my ambitions were way higher than my talent, my going totally Forrest Gump on things, you know, that is ridiculous. But I will share those things, and hopefully you can, let's say, learn something from it, take away, maybe prevent some problems, prevent long-term relationships that will drain you out. So keep it like this. Close for now. Ciao for now. This is what I actually want to close. Today I'm not going out too much. I'm going to focus on the distribution of the reels, and I'm gonna enjoy really my time with myself. Going to make some food, drink a beer like I do every day, make some food, work a little bit, enjoy my thoughts, trying to optimize the format of my videos, and that's what I'm gonna do. Because I explained a little bit about that I don't use laptops anymore because of AI. Not only that, I figured out very structured working structures. See, now I'm going to show you how nice it actually is, you know. So, and my phone is hanging now on the fridge. I'm going to make some food, drink a beer, and in the meantime, this is how I work on the VPS, you know. That's how, and I'm still amazed about everything, right? About the technology. And also when people say, why don't you have an iPhone or a, huge, fast, incredibly fast phone? I wouldn't even know what to do with that kind of speed, huh? Because this one, it's not the newest phone. It's a Samsung A71 or S71, I don't even know. It feels great, it holds in the hand nice. It works fast enough for me, but if a phone would, I don't know, work, I don't know what I'm not in the technical stuff, but this is a 6 gigabyte RAM thing. But if you, I don't know, maybe the new ones are 12, I'm just saying something. What are you gonna do with that speed? Can you even process the things that you do on your phone? Can you even process? Besides, if you are a person who is only for scrolling and consuming content, but still, do you really need so much speed? I wouldn't know what to do with that kind of speed. My brain is maybe at my age that you would say, oh, you fucking old fart. You cannot think as fast as me. When it's about speed, by the way, I have to admit, there are some young guys. When you also see them playing, for example, I used to play a little bit, what is the name? Call of Duty, Black Ops. Very addicted to it, but only the free for all. But when you see some of those guys, okay, that is above my understanding how that's actually possible. But besides that, the thing what I want to say, do those people also need those extremely fast? Do you need extremely fast phones, or do you just need the brand to show people, I got an Apple, or I got, in my case, a Samsung? As long as things are working for me and what I need to do, then see, at one point when I do need, let's say, and I discussed this with somebody today, if I want to do live streaming, but I need multiple devices for that, I think. Anyway, if you know how to do it, just maybe you can give me some advice about it. Anyway, ciao for now. And it's still raining. So, it's now the end of the day. I want to end vlogs a little bit, I'm sitting in my underwear, I'm preparing, I'm going to spend a little bit of time, but think about this. I actually went through a lot of old TikTok videos, and in one TikTok video the main topic was about, there's a saying, right? And that saying is about, if you're the smartest person in the room, it's not your place. In that video, and that is the speaking TikTok account, and I'm uploading every day, pretty much 8 times a day over there. But in one of those videos I said, let's switch from the smartest person in the room. If you're the most courageous person in the room, you're also totally on the wrong spot. I know this from my own experience, because I made the mistake that I stayed around and hanging around with those people, and like I said before, this is not the talks that I sometimes have, and I will increase, let's say, the intensity and I don't know what. But if you're the most courageous person in your room and in the room and you feel like that, you have to cut ties, because you will get in trouble in ways that you cannot imagine. And not only that, you will also be driving, and with driving I mean you will going through life with handbrakes, because you will feel that there is something wrong. You probably get in some sort of legal problems because you are the most courageous person in the room. I had because of that. You simply need to cut ties, or just with what I'm doing now, I'm somewhat in contact with people, but the close people, they need to walk in the same pace as you do. Let's say it like this, maybe that's a more positive one. Try to find people in life that really fit your pace of in life. Because not only when you're the most courageous person in the room, it's not only about protecting the people around you, it's also about, when it's about courageous, you probably also get in contact with a lot of other people which the not courageous people would never get in contact with. Those, when you bring those people in contact with each other, I made those mistakes. Everything that I'm sharing is simply based upon life experience, and it cost me a lot of headache. Because think about this, if you invest time in actually building some sort of relationship with higher level people, and the people who don't never even have the courage to talk with a stranger at all, you know, besides their work or whatever, that doesn't count. It adds up in an experience, but you know, if a person sits in some sort of daily routine without actually having to challenge themselves and get out of the comfort zone, and you are the person who likes to get out of the comfort zone, well, get out of there, get rid of those people, or just keep them on a long distance, because you will get legal problems, you will get a bad name because of those people. I got stories that coming up, and like I said, I'm still trying to find my way with the vlogging. Not only that, the distribution of the reels is pretty much in place now. That's what I did so far. But I really want to share this and close the vlog every day with some sort of thought. If you're the most courageous person in the room, say how really rough and everything is, fuck them, because you will get headache. Ciao for now.